Also, there's like Ozempic Vulva. And like, I don't want that.
And so women are now understanding what it's like to be a man. I think that this is a direct, parallel, equal comparison. Coach Greg, in today's video, it's on Tana Mongeau, 5.5 million followers. And so she's famous for using Mounjaro. Well, she's famous for a lot of things, but we're going to focus on her weight loss, her experience with drugs, the fact she compares it to being with a toxic ex-boyfriend. And so essentially she's on a GLP. And so if you, for example, use Ozempic, it's a semaglutide, or you could use Mounjaro, which is tirzepatide. These are prescription medications, and let me remind you, you can get them at AlgoRx. And so she's talking about lining up and seeing celebrities and giving these drugs and acting like she's getting a fix, a hit. And so it's a little loco. I mean, it's really easy to get these prescription medications to help you to lose weight.
Is it societally acceptable for me as an influencer yet to say that I'm on Mounjaro?
Yes. Let's straight up answer that question. If you admit that you're on something, no one is going to hate you. And if they do, they're losers. It would be like saying, hey, everybody, I'm on HRT, and then people try to cancel you. When you publicly state what you're doing and you don't lie about it, that is okay. But if you lie, I am not on Mounjaro, I'm not on tirzepatide, I'm not on steroids, I'm not on HRT, and you are, well, that makes you a liar, and people aren't going to like that. And so by you coming out and admitting that you're doing this, no one should say anything. That is your business.
It's this weird taboo thing still. And I guess I struggle with it so hard because I'm always so dead honest with you guys.
And so women are now understanding what it's like to be a man. When you're a man, is it taboo to admit you're on HRT? Well, if you do, people make fun of you. Oh, you only look like that because you're on testosterone. You don't work hard, you just take testosterone. If I took testosterone, I would look like you, only better. Anyone that's bigger than me, well, they're a fake natty. That is what men deal with. And so women, they're getting a taste of their own medicine. They're getting a feel for what it's like to be a man. And so in comparison, women who want to take tirzepatide, Wegovy, or Ozempic, semaglutides, and so on, they're getting hated on for what people say is the shortcut. Well, is it a shortcut? Yes. Is it a hack? Yes. Same thing. Does testosterone help you to build more muscle? Yes. Does it give you more energy? Yes. There it is. And so people who are doing it 100% natural, people with amazing genetics, people that don't need these medications, that can just put in the work, they can go to the gym and they can train and they can do cardio. They don't have a lot of food noise and they can just stay lean. Perhaps they can even have a six-pack without even trying. Well, they don't like the fact that other people have found a shortcut, a hack, if you will, that now puts them on an even playing field, similar to people who are 100% natural, and they see men and or women who are on HRT, Anavar, SARMs, peptides, whatever, and they're thinking, well, I don't like this because you're now as good as me. You now have a physique just as good as mine. People are going to hate you because they don't want you to take a shortcut. For some reason, people think everyone should just suffer. Now, I haven't taken these medications, but if I were a competitive bodybuilder and I didn't want to starve my ass off like I did for all of my previous competitions, I would do it. And so if someone were to come to me and ask me to coach them, of which they are, I am, of course, coaching. Click the link in the description. If you want me to coach you for your next competition or just to lose weight, to be healthy, whatever, then I'm thinking, would it not be wiser for me to tell them to use tirzepatide or semaglutide than to use T3, Clen, steroids, or all the various medications out there? I mean, people are using Adderall, people are sniffing creatine, anything to reduce their cravings. And so what if there was a medication that reduced the food noise and allowed you to be healthy? And so my opinion is that Tana Mongeau is simply using these drugs to make her life easier, that she doesn't want to be fat, that she wants a leaner physique. She's an adult. These are legally prescribed by doctors. And so how is this any different than HRT? I think that this is a direct, parallel, equal comparison. People using HRT, it's very comparable to people who are using these drugs to help you reduce your appetite. HRT can help you to be healthier, but if you abuse it, you don't need it, it can have negative side effects. Use testosterone, you could get gynecomastia. Use these medications, you could have gastric upset, diarrhea, nausea. There's bad things about it. But overall, for most people, there's more good than bad. And so if you are interested, of course, code Greg, 10% off, click the link in the description. Qualified doctors can prescribe you this exact medication right to your door. And it's not even expensive. And so I don't know why she's lining up to get these things. Get it sent to you. And so Tana, rhymes with Hannah Montana. I should remember this name. Click the link in the description and get it prescribed to you from doctors at AlgoRx. Why are you lining up to get it? Other people are seeing you. You guys are talking about each other, pointing the finger. You can get it from the privacy of your own home and tell your friends, Tana.
And like I go into my Mongeau office every week in Beverly Hills when I decide that I want to get on it, which is very rarely. We'll get into that. And every single week I see a celebrity or influencer that you know and love, I know and love.
What's up with the sporadically using this? You know, sometimes I want to go on terzipatide. Like, this is a medication you're just supposed to keep going and continue to take it. You continuously do it so that you don't have these roller coasters of emotions the way you're having roller coaster emotions with your ex-toxic boyfriends. Or why not just keep the vial at home? Like, you bought it from AlgoRx and, okay, you stopped using it for a month, you gained 5 pounds, now you want to lose the weight, and so you can go back on it. I mean, personally, I think it's better to just keep a low dose and continuously use it. But I can understand perhaps there's certain times in the year that you want to go on it and you want to see if you can keep the weight off without it. Now, with HRT, for example, you should continuously have it. Now, in Canada, we have a stupid healthcare system. And for example, right now, they don't have any more of my HRT. And so I've been without it for 8 days. I'm supposed to do a shot every 3 or 4 days, and they ran out. And so great free healthcare system we have in Canada. Don't have my medications.
And it's so funny because they always see me and it's like a deer in headlights. Like they're like, that's the bitch with the podcast, you know? Now, not so much anymore, but like they're scared.
And so if you're scared and you're thinking you're going to be exposed, why not get your medications from AlgoRx? From the privacy of your own home. Why would you go to the doctor and waste your time and have gatekeeping and have to go through all these hurdles when you can just get it from the comfort of your own home? And remember, it's prescription medications. It's not from some SARM's website that perhaps it is what it is or perhaps it's not. You don't know. This is pharma-grade material prescribed by doctors. Do you understand that?
And if I ever post a story in the doctor's office, everyone's like replying to my story like, oh my God, you go there, I go there too, right? And it's like everyone is on it. And I feel like such a fraud and a sham if I'm not like, I shot up last week, you know? But the problem with me is I genuinely cannot decide if I love it or I hate it.
No, not everyone is on it. Perhaps it's just your circle of friends or you're biased by seeing the people writing you saying they're on it, but the people who are not on it are not writing you, hey, by the way, I wanted to remind you I'm not on it. Does that make sense? Influencer who lost 6 pounds in 2 days on Mongeau, which is terzipatide, warns people to never, ever go on it. If you lose 6 pounds in 2 days, then obviously you didn't eat enough. Why did you not eat enough? Because your dose was too high. I don't understand why people can't figure out how to dose effectively. The lowest dose that makes you happy. And so this would analogous to being like, hey doc, I want to go on HRT. And instead of prescribing you 100 milligrams, they prescribe you 1,000. You could get problems. You could get side effects. You could get gyno. You could get acne. You could get a whole host of negative side effects. But if the doctor prescribes you the proper dose, you're probably not going to get all those negative side effects. And so why are we abusing these drugs? Terzipatide is a drug. And so when she says never go on it, she should say never use a stupidly high dose the way that I did. Titrate up. Does that not make more sense? And so many of these reported problems are from people abusing the drugs. This happens all the time. I mean, unless it's something like alcohol or cigarettes, which are carcinogenic, even small doses are bad for you. This drug, it's a prescription. Prescribed by a doctor. It's medication. It's not like alcohol or a cigarette. How many times does a doctor prescribe to you to get drunk, to have 3 or 4 beers a day, or to smoke a cigarette? It doesn't happen. It's not a medication. This is. Do you see the difference?
Real article about a real quote from me that like, that's a real quote from me. And now I'm back on it. So it's like, you hypocrite. But it's like a toxic boyfriend.
She's not wrong. She recognizes how stupid that seems. Never ever go on this drug. I recommend you stay off of it, but yet she's on it yet again. And so she's saying, look, it's like the toxic ex-boyfriend. I couldn't get enough. Perhaps he gave her the D and she just couldn't resist it, but everything else about him is bad. And so she's going back. She has the love and hate. She loves losing the weight, but she hates the side effects. And so why not just go on low continuous doses? I mean, you could hire Coach Greg and I could explain exactly how to do this, but no, I'm going to go on it on my own. And these are the results.
I just suck at knowing that there are quick fixes for things. Like, I wanted to go to Australia and dip cheese in cheese with cheese on top of the cheese.
If you were on terzipatide in lower doses before you went on that vacation, the food noise would be lower or perhaps even gone, and you wouldn't want to dip cheese into cheese into cheese, please. Louise, you would just eat a normal amount. That's what dosing it effectively does, of which you didn't do. I hate that why is it always women? Why do women not know how to take GLPs and so on as well as men? Men don't have these stupid problems, well, less of them. Women go on these crazy doses. Perhaps they're copying the men's doses. They're using the same exact amount as a man. Now, if I'm a 200-pound man and you're a 120-pound female, do you think you need the same dose? Probably not. And so why not remember that? If you take a dose and you can't eat, the dose was too strong. If you drink a pint of alcohol and pass out and don't remember what you did the night before, you drank too much. Demasiado, we would say in Spanish, is too much. And so guys, girl, can we not just start using lower doses and only titrate up when needed?
I know, and everyone in LA knows, that I can go to this place in Beverly Hills and then all my jeans fit again, and it sucks.
And so she acts like it's this crazy place in Beverly Hills where all the millionaires live, where I can go and take this thing, this Marnjano, which is terzipatide or a GLP-1, Ozempic, and so on, and suddenly your jeans fit again. Does the medication make you lose weight? No. It makes you less hungry, and you then eat less. And that's why you lose weight, because it's calories in, calories out. I mean, if she had my cookbook and hired a chef to make her the recipes, she probably wouldn't need the drug in the first place. Or if she was taking GLP Max in pill form, perhaps she wouldn't need to inject. Code Greg 15% off, 28% reduction in hunger. That's probably all that you need. And so instead of dipping cheese into cheese into cheese, you would just dip into the cheese, and that would be enough.
Because right now, I just ate rice cakes. Rice cakes. Honestly, I really like the everything bagel flavor ones. I really do. They're good.
Are we somehow acting like rice cakes are some kind of low-calorie magic to help you lose weight? Rice cakes are not magic weight loss drug. Rice cakes are not inherently healthy. A lot of them are full of sugar, like the chocolate and caramel rice cakes. Like, you're mostly eating carbs, sugar, calories. But I digress.
But still, rice cakes. And I feel like I had Thanksgiving dinner twice. Like this, it can't be good.
Couple rice cakes, it feels like she ate 2 plates of Thanksgiving dinner. That is what it does. It makes you full. It makes you feel full. It reduces your hunger. If eating 2 rice cakes feels like you ate 2 servings of Thanksgiving dinner, then do you think that the dose is a bit too high? Maybe if you would have done half of that dose, you could eat a normal serving of food and still lose the weight versus up and down, up and down. You go it on win week, you lose 6 pounds in 2 days, and then you go off of it because you feel like garbage. And then you go on vacation and you're hungry again and you're eating all the cheeses and you come back and you don't fit in your pants. And then you go back to this Beverly Hills location and they prescribe it to you. Why not just get it from Algorex and take a small dose and keep it there? Stay there. Like, do the Rockaway. Like, just stay there. Like, I'm happy here. I'm hungry for my meals, but I'm not like starving. I'm in my happy place. What's wrong with being in your happy place? Being in the pocket. You're ready. I see nothing wrong with that. But what I see here is abuse. You're essentially using this drug in extremely high doses. It's making you feel unhealthy. You're feeling stuffed, nauseous, if you will. causing all these horrible side effects, and then you're making videos, comments saying don't ever take it, but then you go back to it like the toxic ex-boyfriend. Well, why not do it right in the first place versus you do something right for one day, not right the next, and you're back and forth, on and off? What is with all that?
Rice cakes, and I feel like I ate the entire Arby's menu. I feel how I feel after I have like 4 crunch wraps in bed, like I hurt. But like also I'm never gonna be like an aloe gym girl. I don't know, I'm trying tomorrow. I'm doing Pilates tomorrow. But like
150 minutes of cardio a week. If you could train your full body twice a week, you don't need to be an aloe girl. You don't need to be a wellness competitor. You don't even need to be a throat goat, although that would be a plus to get a good boyfriend, to have a great physique. Smaller doses, in control, not abusive, and make another video. Hire Coach Greg. This is not complicated. This is simple. And so when I see all these females using such a high dose of these weight loss medications, come on.
because I want to do it the healthy way. It's just like
No, you don't. It's easy to say, I want to do it the healthy way, but your actions speak louder than your words. If you wanted to do it the healthy way, you would be doing cardio, you would be lifting weights, you would have my cookbook, and if you still needed this, then you could use it. I mean, you probably have never even heard of GLP Max. Tana Mongeau. Why not just get the supplements, code Greg 15% off, get the cookbook, code Greg 15% off, and just try. Just try.
having a quick fix dangling before you like a carrot is just so hard sometimes not to fold.
I mean, I feel like she's making this like a drug. Like you're dangling this quick fix. You're going to get what? Some kind of crazy feeling off it? A quick fix, sure, but you don't enjoy it. It's like getting that high and then being hungover the next day and having to regret your life's decisions. You're completely hungover from being wasted the day before. Why not just go on lower doses than last time, healthier doses, and not get the problems in the first place? And so to our direct analogy, if you have a steady, healthy relationship right now, you won't have to go back to your toxic boyfriend.
Everyone is on it.
No, not everyone you know is on it. Not everyone you love. It's just the people who are reaching out to you are the ones who are taking it. This is known as a confirmation bias. They even have a label for exactly what you're thinking, Tana.
Everyone ever. I'm taking everyone down with me. And I just keep seeing that article circulating and I'm like, you hypocrite. You hypocrite.
Hungry hippo.
Then also there's like Ozempic vulva. And like, I don't want that.
Yeah, that's not a thing. You don't just get Ozempic this and Ozempic that. Everyone's got a name. Ozempic face, Ozempic butt, Ozempic vulva, Ozempic arsehole. Like, you're just losing weight quickly and whatever happens, happens. If you're 100 pounds overweight and you lose 100 pounds, there's going to be excess skin and it's going to look funny. That's just the way it works. Try not gaining the 100 pounds in the first place, but understand this. Although your skin isn't going to look amazing after losing the 100 pounds, it's better to have 100 pounds of loose skin than 100 pounds of fat under that skin.
Yeah, I have to get off of it, but I just had to tell you that I'm on it this week, okay?
Technically, no, you don't have to get off it. It would be like saying, I have to get off HRT, but it's like my toxic boyfriend. I get off it and I lose 5 or 10 pounds of muscle, and then I take a shot and then I gain it back. Why not continuously take a low dose? That is what it's for. That's how your doctor is supposed to prescribe it. And remember, you can get these prescriptions at Algo RX. Click the link in the description, code Greg, 10% off.
And honestly, it's so sad missing the dopamine of food. Like, all I want to do is have like a hot and spicy McChicken dipped in buffalo sauce and feel joy.
That is actually one of the negative side effects of these drugs. They reduce the amount of dopamine you can feel from other highs in life. For example, cigarettes, gambling, sexy time, food. You have less joy from these other pleasures, we'll call them. And so is that really a good thing? Well, it depends. If you're trying to stop gambling and smoke cigarettes, or perhaps if you're trying to stop your spending habits, you're spending too much money and you spend less money, it's a good thing. But in general, less is more. Take the lowest dose, that's the effective dose, and that is all you need. If you take extra high doses, yes, you're going to experience greater weight loss, greater loss of appetite. But if your appetite is so far down that you have no joy when you eat, you've taken too high of a dose. I'm hoping that your doctors can tell you that, but if they didn't, you heard it from me. And so stop abusing drugs. Get prescription medications only from your doctor. There are doctors at Algo RX. Let me know in the comment section, have you tried terzipatide, retatrutide, GLP-1s? Have you tried GLP Max? And what were your results? Remember, it's not all positive. There are negative side effects. You do need to be careful and therefore take the lowest dose that makes you happy. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm, like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch the bloops, top and then the bottom. Try them both. And of course, the cookbooks, the Circle Diet book, the training books, coaching plans by me and my team. You can do all these by clicking the link in the description and entering code Greg for 15% off. And also, if you want to get the Cico bars at 50% off, enter code Cico, that's CICO, 50% off. It's only $20 and they're amazing. 230 calories, 21 grams of protein, and very, very soft, the softest yet. And so I guarantee you're going to like them, so much so that we literally have the money back guarantee and a $20 gift card. And so consider getting the supplements, buy anything, code Greg 15% off, as well as everything else. And until next time, I am out.